Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Beyond with me, Dummy, and that guy there, the Fiery End. We're just gonna get together today and play a little bit more of Feed the Beast Beyond. Um, just a couple of quick things. If you do like what you see, give us some likes and feel free to subscribe and leave comments, and we will do our best to answer. As you can see, I am at the Fiery's base, based off the last episode, and I have done a lot of work at my base. I'm going to go over and show it off now from an aerial view. Yes, this is a hang glider. I did a little bit of exploring, and that's my base now. So we can kind of see there, give a little quick tour from the air around it. That's the village that's right there between us. And you can see the farm, and we're going to land out front. So, as the Fiery End mentioned on the previous episode, ineffable glass. Right there across my moat. So
You keep saying
monsters,
it wrong.
ineffable.
Thank you.
Yeah, so ineffable glass. Going for a kind of a concrete-ish bunker-looking industrial type building this time. That is not the end height of my building. I'm going to actually go taller, but for now it's 3 floors. And I got my floor down inside. I got a nice wood brocade on the bottom floor. And then I've got an elevator here. And this is where my machine room is going to be. I think here in the second room, I think up on the third floor, I'm going to put mass storage eventually. So this will be my storage, and then as I need stuff, I'll just go up higher. So for today's episode, I've got some things planned. And we're going to go ahead and start with some energy storage. So this is the system I was talking about last time. I can throw wheat into this chest. It automatically pulled into my sag mill. You can see I've already got some in there just waiting. It grinds it down to flour. The first redstone furnace grinds that takes that grind flour, turns it into bread. You can see it then goes in the next one, turns it into toast, puts it into this little chest here. You can see this chest is full. Basically, I am at max capacity for energy. I'm not using everything that I have, so I've kind of got a backpile, which is good. It goes up there and it feeds the culinary generator. Now, I can increase the culinary generator's output by putting in speed upgrades, but speed upgrades cost something called GP. It's an extra utilities thing called grid power. And if I have time today, I'm going to get into making grid power so that I can increase my energy output at some point in the future. So, don't know if I'll get to it, but I'm going to try. And then you can see here I'm now storing 1 million RF. And I wanted to make a second capacitor bank. They're a pretty cool thing. I like them. So we'll just quickly pull up the recipe for that. I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah, I've got everything for that. I have it here. If I could find it. I can't find it. Where did it go? I'm blind.
It's with your brain somewhere.
Should be right in front of me. And I don't see it. Oh, I put it in the wrong spot.
What
Wouldn't
could possibly
you
go
know?
wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? So, where'd my redstone go? Knowing that I did that, where did I put the extra redstone? There's the extra redstone. So, we saw that I need a block of redstone in the center, 4 iron there, and 4 capacitors. Easy peasy, really easy to make, and it's pretty cool. And it's just a storage bank for RF. So now that will fill up another, and now we're going to actually see these kick on. You can see now that I'm starting to use somewhere. I've started to use here. Yeah, there I'm going. It's actually using a little bit more. So, and then it'll slowly fill this capacitor up. So that's pretty cool. So that's the first thing. So I'll have a good backlog of energy. Right now I'm burning some cobblestone down into regular stone for a project in the near future. So the next thing I want to get into is transporting power around. Fiery showed making conduits, and you can see here I'm using some basic conduits. but I don't have a lot of places to hide wiring and such in my base. So I want to be able to transmit my energy wirelessly. And there is a new mod. I have not gotten to play with this mod a lot. I don't really know a lot about it. In the last episode, when Fire was joking around about me being quiet and being nervous, it's because I was investigating this mod here, Flux Networks, and I know I need these basic three things here: the flux plug, the flux point, and the flux controller.
That's not all you need, big boy.
Well, yeah, there's some other stuff. So looking at this stuff, it takes flux blocks and flux cores, and I have Ender, I've got that, Obsidian, I've got that, but this flux, this is what was confusing me. It says obtained by burning redstone, and I tried putting flux up into a furnace, did nothing. I tried putting it into one of these kind of furnaces, did nothing. Put it into an alloy smelter, did nothing. I could not get the flux. I couldn't figure out how to burn redstone. And then I thought, let's get as simple as we could. And I dug a hole and I put some wood into it. And I lit the wood on fire. And I'm only going to take a half stack. And if you throw redstone, you can see I just got flux back. It is just that simple. It is as easy as throwing redstone into an open fire. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So I now have flux, and I already had some in my inventory. So now I've got some more. Where did I go? Here's the rest of the flux. So let's look at what else we need here. We're going to start with making some flux blocks, which require these flux cores. So I've got the flux. I need some obsidian. I've got some obsidian here. Eye of Enders now. How many of these do I want to make? Oh, wait a minute. I cannot make Eye of Enders. This is beyond me, and I forgot. I don't have blaze powder. So that will have to wait for the nether. I did not realize that. That's my bad. I am going to have to wait on this recipe. I'm ready for it though when we get there. So I think we're going to go do the nether in one or two episodes after this. So I will quickly get on that and I'll have a way of transporting that
I've got
around.
an idea about that, actually.
Yeah,
We'll
what's that?
discuss it later.
Cool. All right, so next thing I want to do was you saw an alloy smelter. I'm just going to make another quick one of those myself. I've got two furnaces. Let me grab some more cobble. Just one of those. Let's make one more furnace real quick. All right, so there's that. And then I think it's a capacitor for... I can't remember. Let me look. Oh, it's a cauldron, so I need iron. There's some iron. I need some more iron. Wrong chest. There's a chest. We'll take a... Alright, so let's take a cauldron. Boom. There's my cauldron. That goes there. The furnaces go there. And I can't remember, so I guess I will go ahead and finish typing it all out. Oh, machine... Oh, do I have one of those? I might already have one of those made. Yeah, I did. Okay, machine chassis. And then the corners were iron. Excellent. Okay, so there's a second alloy smelter. Eventually I'll set these alloy smelters up. One of them will do alloys and one of them will do straight furnace only. So I'll work on that and have that set up for making all my different alloys. That's why I wanted one of those. So we can cross off that. I'm going to get back to Flux Network Alloy. Alright, grid power. So that's what I mentioned. I want to be able to increase my power production out of my culinary generator. So to get started with grid power, it's pretty unique. There's many different ways of producing grid power. There's lunar generators, there's solar generators, etc., etc. But I'm going to start with a manual mill. This basically allows me to generate some things. So let's look up manual mill. Here's the manual mill. Requires 2 polished stone, a resonating crystal, which is an ender pearl, and a glass cutter. I think we can make one of those. We just need a stick. Alright, so let's make one of those. Where was it? Alright, so just one of those. And an ender pearl. Thankfully we have lots of those, so we take the ender pearl, with the glass cutter, and we have ender shards. Okay. And then we can take, so that's redstone torches, that's easy enough. So with 4 redstone, alright, so we're going to put 1 there, and then 4 redstone makes 1 of those. And then we need the polished stone. That's why I was actually burning this stone down, was to get polished stone. And then polished stone. Need a bunch of that. So there's my polished stone. So 4 ender torches. 1, 2, 3, 4 redstone torches, not ender torches. Alright, so there's our 4 redstone. Alright, let's make 1 of these. Alright, we're missing wood, so we go wood there. Redstone, 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 redstone. Put that there. I believe it was this, that, and that. Gives us our manual mill. And we get an achievement, and we'll go ahead and put that manual mill here for now. So as we click around on it, you can see it basically spins. Power generating 15. And if I stop, it goes down to nothing. So basically this allows me to create 15 grid power as long as I'm punching it. Okay, so now we need to make a resonator. So let's look up the recipe for a resonator. Where's the resonator? There's the resonator, and it requires a block of coal. I have lots of coal. Should be easy enough to make that. There's our block of coal. Another one of those redstone crystals, which we saw was 4 redstone, and another one of those ender shards. Easy enough. Okay. There we go. We have a resonator. Now, what we want that resonator for, we'll go ahead. We can set it anywhere. It doesn't matter where we set it. It's going to detect grid power from anywhere in the world. But we take this resonator and we put in that polished stone. Notice how it says grid is overloaded. It wants to use 8 grid power, and it's only finding 0.04 within the system. Basically, I don't have any grid power being generated, but it requires 8. So if I go ahead and you punch this here, you can see it starts to generate grid power slowly but surely. It's up to 5, 6, 7. Alright, so notice how it dropped down to 0. That means inside that resonator, it took one of these polished stone and it turned it into stone burnt. Did the same thing again. See, now I have 2 stone burnt. So we're going to do this here for a couple of times. I think I need 4 stone burnt. I'll check the recipe here in just a second. Once I get the first thing done, this whole process just kind of speeds up more and more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a water mill to generate my power with. So there's 4 stone burnt. Was it a water mill I went with? Resonator, stone burnt? Yeah, water mill. Okay, cool. So a water mill. Water mills are pretty cool. They have an interesting feature to them. And again, all just to generate that grid power. 6 stone burnt. So let me go make 2 more real quick. So there's half a stone burnt. 6, 7. There's 1. And now halfway through the other one that I need. Boom. Okay, so there's 2 more stone burnt. Excellent. And I saw we needed another one of those crystals, so 4 redstone, 1 of the ender shards. Redstone torches. We need 4 redstone torches. 5, 6, 7, 8 redstone torches, because it was 4 of those wheels we should have, and 2 pieces of wood. 2, 2, very good. Split that, split that, split that. 2 of those. Boom. Watermill. Alright, so we're going to go, I think, up to my roof for the watermill, and I'm going to need some stone. We'll grab some cobble. And I need a bucket, probably. So, the way a watermill works is it requires flowing water next to it. See right now, grid power 1.36. no power used generated. Okay, so it's not really generating anything. But if I build a little enclosure around it, and I'm basically doing this just to contain the water. Oop, break that. I'm gonna be putting water around this. You'll see it's gonna start. So I have a bucket of water, I believe. Yes, I do. So if I put a bucket there, it's now power generating 14. Okay, and that's basically every side is capable of generating 2 with flowing water. The further the block is from the source of the flowing water, the less GP it produces. So if I take that second bucket of water, and if I put the second one there, it's now generating a full 16 GP grid power. So with knowing that, if I go back downstairs now, and I look here, we will see this is burning through, making stone burnt for me, and I can increase that. Really no point. I'm now pretty much past this manual mill. I don't really have any other reason for the manual mill at this point. It had served its purpose. It got me those first 6 pieces of stone burnt. So if we look in here, we're up to 5. And we're going to basically make, I think for now, a set of 4 of these water mills. So let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, I'm out. Fill that. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gives us 4 crystals. Crystals went there. No, where did the crystal go? I think it went there. That went across the top. And then I needed some torches. We'll cut those. More redstone. So we needed 8, 16, 24. Two pieces of, pick those back up. 2 pieces of redstone shy, grab that. Finish making the other 2 that I need. Very good. Oops, I need the redstone, not the torches. Awesome, we got the torches. Now I needed the wood. Where did the wood go? I used it. Yep, that's right. Okay, so we'll just make some more wood planks real quick. Very good. Now I can take, I guess I take these back off real quick. I need to make more of those benches. Okay. Nope, wood. Okay. Getting myself confused there. 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Now we can make one more. 1, 2, 3. Nope, that went there, that went there. That went there. And there's some more stone burnt.
You talking to somebody over there?
No, just myself.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so then we got, boom, 3 watermelons. So I'm going to need some more water. Let's go take my buckets and fill them up. Awesome. And then we come over here. I think what I'm going to do is make a unlimited water source up on the roof. And instead of going inside, I'm going to grab my handy dandy sling and hit a brick wall in front of myself. Very good. That was awesome. Because how much dumber could I be by doing that? Okay, so...
You really shouldn't ask that question.
Yeah, I know. I just did something totally dumb. You would have really appreciated it. So let's make an unlimited water source here.
It's okay. I'll watch it over and over
and over and over and
and I will
over.
laugh hysterically each and every time I watch it because you're dumb.
Wouldn't be the first, and it won't be the last. Okay, so there's my unlimited water source. I'm going to pick these 2 back up because I'm going to lay out a better pattern. Alright, so let's go ahead and break that one. Let's break that one and that one, and this one, and this one, and this one. Awesome. So we're going to take My other three, let's put one there, let's put one there, and one there. So now let's build a cage around those. There. Oh, I didn't want that one
And
there.
speaking of dumb things, shit.
What happened, Fiery?
I just finished off one of the pieces of my house here and filled in the roof, standing on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
So I had to jump off.
So we put water there. We put water there. So we now see that one's doing 16, this one's 14, 14, 14. So then we need water in each corner. This one's now producing 16, 16, so that's 32. 32 grid power. We are now up to 16, 16. Okay. And I now have 64 grid power at all times. And I'm going to still make some stone burnt. And I'm probably going to actually expand this out. Probably make another set of those. But grid power comes in handy for many different things. At some point, I'll be making an angel ring. Angel rings require 32 grid power just to use. A lot of the stuff in extra utilities. You can see here grid power. See how it's got 64? So basically, to fly, you have to have that grid power. Same thing with the speed upgrades. I had mentioned I wanted to make some speed upgrades. Okay, the speed
Okay.
upgrade for extra utilities. Hi. Increases speed of operations. Max upgrade 20. Power penalty 1. So 1 GP. But it'll make things go faster. So what is the recipe for this? This is upgrade base, which is a gold pressure plate in a in a resonator. So we're gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do 10. So that's actually 20. Yeah, so we'll make 10 of those and then see what kind of power production I get. So we'll come over here to the resonator. Well, let's go ahead and pull out. Notice it just completely stopped. Let's put that back in. That should turn these into upgrade bases. And then it was a block of redstone and another gold, so I need 10 more pieces of gold. 1, 2, 3. Very good. And then redstone blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Look, guys, he can count.
I am smart. I am smart. I know count. Okay, so come back here. We have 2. Let's take these 2, upgrade, upgrade. Alright, so let's take these upgrades and put them into the culinary generator. So
Take
before I put them in,
these broken wings
we can
and
see
again.
58.55. Let's put 1 in, and it increases. Let's see, how much RF is a tick, though? That's, what is it, 112 RF? But now it does it in less than 30 seconds. Now it's going to do it in 19.5 seconds. So basically, it takes the amount of RF it can produce and it just produces it quicker, which means it will go through fuel faster, but you get the RF much quicker. So you can also use.
Almost like you're saying it speeds it up.
Yes, it just speeds up the usage. So now we can see it's going down to 7.3 seconds to create that amount of power. Almost done. So, looking good. Still nowhere near being using it all, but I will be prepared when the time comes. So that is looking pretty good. So I am now producing, and I just hit it, and I was at 500 RF a tick, and now I am pretty much filled. So however much this is going to make, I'm going to keep making that. So that's kind of GP. You can see all your different upgrades that come in extra utilities, like world interaction upgrade. If I can find it at extra, and I don't know what I just did. I did something though. Extra utilities. So these different things, they basically use grid power. The transfer pipes don't. But if I wanted to use a wireless RF transmitter to get myself some RF, 80 RF for a machine, takes 4 grid power. So just depending on what the machine is and what you want out of it, you may not think grid power uses a lot, but there are times when you're really going to need it. The upgrade mining, you can put that into a pump. Same thing with the upgrade speed you already saw. Stack upgrades. If I was going to be pulling items in and out of a chest, I can do that, and that takes 5 grid power. So it may not seem like grid power is used a lot, and you may not realize you're using grid power, but it is one of those things down the road that will come in rather handy to have. So I've got a good start on it with my 4 generators. And like I said, I'll probably take that up to I think 16 generators. And then at some point, I want to produce one of these, a dragon egg mill. You put a dragon egg on top, and it produces a really big amount. So it's pretty cool. I'll be looking forward to doing that. So that pretty much wraps up my episode for today. I've got my grid power going. I got that second capacitor. Now I can make my double alloys. And I realized that I can't do my flux networks yet, but I am close. Just requires me to get some blaze powder, and then I will be able to transmit my wireless RF all around my base as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed today. Hope I wasn't too boring. Hopefully I explained how some of that stuff works. If you like it, go ahead and give us a like. Feel free to subscribe. We love to have subscribers.
Yes, we
Um,
do.
Comments
Tell
are
your
always
friends, tell
welcome.
your neighbors, tell your friends' dog,
Yeah.
tell your Uncle George.
So, Fiery, do you have anything for signing off? Anything?
Um, I don't. No, actually. I've been over here minding my own business and haven't paid you any attention whatsoever. So,
Cool.
no.
I'm just gonna do a drive by your house. Oh, I see where you finished your other building, and you got a base laid out for a couple more. It looks like
Yep.
coming along, my friend. Coming along.
Yep. Getting the marble has been the hard part.
I can see myself getting stuck between your buildings already. By the way, I know that's gonna happen with my height stuff. So it is about that time, ladies and gentlemen. I think we should go in search of bacon.
Bacon?
Bacon.
Bacon. Lovely bacon. Candy of
Bacon.
meats.
Bacon.